Representative Kymberly Pine, and we want to thank all of the vendors that believed in the Leeward Coast and came out today. And today we have the manager from the Kapolei store, Chris Ryan. How did the day go for you?
Pretty awesome. We probably got maybe 1,000 applicants, to be honest. So we have 4 locations here with multiple positions available. Turnout was great, more than expected. We actually we brought 200 applications. We ran out the first 30 minutes, so we probably filled out at least 1,000 applicants.
Great, and did you make some good connections? And
some great connections for all 4 stores on the island. Like I said, we're hiring in all 4 locations, and definitely got some talented candidates.
Any future managers?
Hopefully, we really believe in developing our people and having a succession plan and training developments where it starts. So a lot of entry-level applicants came through today. So hopefully, we got some potential managers in that bucket.
Well, we had an estimate of 25 to 3,000 people come here today, and we want to thank everyone for coming out and thank the employers, especially once again for believing in the Leeward Coast, because we have the smartest, most talented, and hardworking people in all of Oahu. Thank you. Well, we are here with Tad and Shar, who are with Leeward Community College. They help to fill in our section for those residents that perhaps wanted to have a different job today, or perhaps wanted to increase their knowledge of their current job. And so, Tad and Shar, how did things go for you today?
Exceptionally well. This has been the largest job fair that we've done so far this year, and we've done a number of them. So we were very surprised with the turnout. In fact, it went so well, we had to call our office for backups to bring out. Yes, we needed more flyers. We needed more application forms, especially for our nurse aid program.
And so, Tad, did you see that there was a big need in the Leeward Coast for people to get more training?
Yes, I did, and most of the people that were here today were very serious candidates. Like Shar said, we've done a few job fairs, we did some on campus, and you get the feeling that the people out on this side, they really want to further their education and job skills and look for work. So that's why our flyers are going out so fast today. They're really interested, and it was a really good crowd today.
Great. Well, thank you once again for believing in us and Leeward Coast, and for doing such a great service for the community for so many years.
Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure.
Yes, mahalo.
Aloha, we are here at the Leeward Job Fair, and we have Claire Levinson that is here with us today. She lives right up the street from Makakilo and thought she'd come and check it out. So, Claire, how did everything go for you? Did you get to meet some interesting people today, get some good information?
Yes, I did. In fact, a lot of the companies were quite diverse, from healthcare to the police force to Koali Nickel and family services. And myself, I came here particularly to speak to the healthcare companies, and I finished up talking to the Honolulu Police Department.
Great.
And I'm going to be talking to them again. So I'm very, very impressed.
Well, thank you so much for coming today, and we're so glad that a lot of the booths were helpful for you. Keep informed, touch us with us. I hope you sign in at the front desk and be on our job there.
Yes, I will, definitely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, aloha, we are here at the Leeward Job Fair, and we are here with Honolulu's finest from the Honolulu Police Department, who took time out of their day to believe in us in the Leeward Coast because they believe that there's some good applicants out there. So how was your day today? Did you get some good contacts?
Yes, very busy, great turnout. It was good to see a variety of people of all ages, in fact, which is, of course, what we look for. So it worked out very well for us.
Now, what were some of the biggest questions people were asking you today?
Well, the biggest question we normally get is when is the next application or when is the next exam? So luckily, we're able to at least give them some glimmer of hope. We're hoping to have an application period open up at the end of July. So we've been linking them up with our Facebook page, Join HPD, and as soon as we can confirm information, we'll post it there.
Great. Well, thank you so much again for believing in us, and we hope that you were able to find some really good applicants today.
Terrific. Thank you.
Mahalo.
Aloha. My name is Sandy Dyel. I'm with the City and County of Honolulu. I'm a business developer. Oahu Work Links has 7 one-stop centers where people can go to look for work. I'm not sure if you're all familiar with Oahu Work Links, but we have an internet system called HireNetHawaii.com. You can register as a job seeker, and you can literally see information on Oahu Work Links, the services it provides to job seekers. If you don't have a computer at home, you can utilize the computers at the one-stop center. And then the back has all the different websites that you can apply for jobs for, and the main one is HireNetHawaii.com. So once again, my name is Sandy Dyel. I'm here to talk about dress for interviewing and what we call dress for success, and the do's and don'ts of dressing for success today. As you can see here, there's different occupations that they're dressing for success for. And they didn't have a screen, so I couldn't put it up. But this one could be a secretary or a banker or going for a, a management position. Okay, dressing for success. Dressing for success for the position that you're applying for is really important, whether you know it or not. The first 30 seconds of someone coming in for an interview and how they're dressed has an impact on the employer's decision on whether they want to hire you or not. So it's really important that you dress for the position that you're applying for. Okay, for men's attire, what it shows here, and this is mainly what in this particular one, it's for professional people, okay, that we're going to look at in dressing for success. So men should wear, I'm just saying, well, for the different positions, but since professional, have on either a suit or have on a long sleeve shirt with a tie. Some different positions, they allow aloha shirts with slacks, so it just depends on what. And needless to say that it should be conservative, in anything that you do when you're applying for a position. When you go there, you should be very conservative in your dress and in your attire. Okay, neatly shaved, clean fingernails, and have with you a portfolio, because that's really important. So you can give the employer whatever, they need. The women's attire, now this is also for a professional position. She can have a suit on or coordinated blouse, moderate shoes, limit your jewelry, nothing in your nose, nothing on your ears, no tattoos showing, which I will demonstrate here. You have to look neat and professional, okay? In Hawaii, not so much wearing hosiery, but very little makeup and very little perfume, so you can look professional. Okay. And why do you want to dress for success? Because you want to make that great first impression, because that really counts, like I said, the first 30 seconds that someone sees you. In their mind already, they're deciding, okay, am I going to consider hiring this person even before she interviews for the position? Some of the mistakes that people make while they're applying, and we do host 3 job fairs a year at the Blaisdell Center, and I just wanted to explain to you that when you come to the job fair, you need to dress like you're going for a job or for interview, okay? And these are things that you should not do. These are the common mistakes that people make. Flip-flops, rubber slippers, gym shoes, sweatpants, athletic attire, halter dresses, shorts. I mean, I see it here as well. Inappropriate headgear. So these are the kinds of things that when you go for a job, of course you shouldn't be doing. But as well, when you come to a job fair, you really should dress like you're applying for a position. Okay, how does it fit? Is it too small? Is it too big? Is it, real tight? Is it wrinkled? Those are all impressions that you're going to make to the employer. So you have to make sure that your attire is very neat. Okay, dressing for success. These are inappropriate attire when you go for an interview. So, you're dressing to go to that interview, so you want to be successful. So you don't want to have any tattoos showing. You don't want to have any objects like 10 rings in your ears or in your nose or in your tongue. Yeah, because that would be inappropriate. Because no matter how good you are, you know, that's the first impression. And they won't know how good you are because right there, whether you like it or not, you know, they've already made, you've made an impression to them. Okay. You know, in Hawaii, we see a lot of people with tattoos, right? So be sure to cover it up when you go for an interview. Okay? There's a lot of businesses out there that will not hire if tattoos are showing. We'll take Delaney as an example. They don't hire people with tattoos that are showing. And there are a lot of other businesses that won't hire you if your tattoos are showing. So just, you know, wear conservative clothes. You know, if you have tattoos here, be sure you're wearing something that's higher necked. You know, if you have tattoos here, you're going to have to tape it or something. If you have tattoos here and it's showing, then you have to wear long sleeves. You know, anything that will help you to get the job. So you need to cover it up. Okay? So we're not saying it's wrong to have tattoos. It's just saying that you should cover it up. Okay? So as we see Tom here, Tom is going for an interview. Now, the way he is dressed, he could be going for a computer programmer, a clerical, a social worker, a paralegal, or a flight attendant. This would be the proper attire for Tom looking for those kinds of positions. Okay, Mary, she's prepared to interview for either fast foods, janitorial, retail, or housekeeping. Not all employers, but some employers will allow you to wear a t-shirt and jeans. But I would suggest that when you first go there, that you really should check with the employer to see how they want you to be dressed. Okay. Robert looks okay. He's going for construction. He's going for grounds maintenance, a security guard position, a warehouse or CDL driver. So in those kinds of positions, a lot of the employers in those fields, that it's okay for them to dress that way to come in for an interview. So, dressing for success, like I said. If there's any doubt about the dress policies of the company, call and ask the representative about the appropriate attire. That would be to your best interest to ensure that you are dressing how they want. So as far as earrings, you know, when you first go there, please wear earrings that are small, not real big, dangling, or lots of jewelry, okay? Once you get the job, you know, then that's another story, right? Okay. So lastly, what's very important when you dress for success, even though it isn't part of dressing for the success, is that you give good eye contact to the people, okay? Always have a warm smile on your face. And a firm handshake, okay? Because employers don't like limpy handshakes. They like firm handshakes, you know. And so as I'm looking over the room, there may be one or two of you that I would say would need to dress a little bit more where not a lot of cleavage is showing, as an example. You know, so just be more modest in your attire when you first go into a job for interview, because that's why dressing for success is really important. But as a whole, I am so glad to see that most of you are dressed where, you know, you could go in your attire today and go in for an interview. And I'm happy to see that.
Amazing event, huh? So I can't get over all the people. But welcome and thank you. We're going to talk today how networking, your way to a job. We're going to give you some tips about networking that really, hopefully, will give you a competitive edge on getting that specific job that you want or making some contacts that can help you with your career. I want to start off with saying that I have been very fortunate in my life that networking and meeting certain people have given me tremendous opportunities. When I graduated from college, I was a weekend and nighttime student for many years, raising my children. And when I graduated, I wanted to do something different, and it was actually the college and one of my professors that helped me start my own business. I asked them, you know, I'm looking into maybe doing some marketing or you know, business development. Do you know anyone that could help me? And he said, well, you know, I know the college is looking at having some different marketing efforts. Maybe I can introduce you to and see if that would be an opportunity for you. And that was actually my first client when I started my own business. So always keep that in mind, that no matter who you're speaking with, no matter where you are, keep your goals in mind and share that with the people that you meet, because you never know when they'll be able to help you with that. Who can tell me, what is the definition of networking? Anybody? Doesn't have to be the official definition, but connecting. Yeah, people connecting. People helping people. We often, you know, again, think of it in the business sense of the world, but it can help you in many, many different areas. So that's what networking is all about. It's about helping people. How many of you today brought a business card with you? Okay, tip number 1, always carry a business card. And it doesn't have to be an official company business card. It could be just a card that you make up, print out yourself with your name and your contact information. But always carry that with you, because you never know when there's going to be someone that will say to you, well, can you, I might be able to connect you with someone, or I might be able to give you more information, and it really is an easy way to share that information. Tip number 2 is when you give out business cards, always give out at least 2 business cards to that person. Because if they give one away, then they've lost your contact information. If you give them 2, then they're able to keep one and pass one on with you. The next thing I thought I would share with you is some different kind of networking organizations or ways in which you can connect with people. And we have actually categorized networking organizations into several different areas. The first one is casual networking organizations. And that is something like the Chamber of Commerce, or WOW, the woman Kathy Davenport who put on this event with Representative Pine. It has an organization called West Oahu Women. Those are casual networking organizations. They have many different types of the same businesses, or people in general can just go. Even if you are not self-employed and you are working for someone, we highly encourage everyone to go to at least one networking event a month, because you are going to meet people. So bring those business cards, collect those business cards from the people that you meet when you go to these events. The next one are strong networks, where they are made exclusively to pass business to each other. Examples of that is, I have a company called Business Network International, where we have weekly meetings that business people get together and exchange referrals for each other. That is what our mission is and our focus is. Another is community service clubs. Example of that are Rotary, the Lions Club, and their focus is to do community service. You join these organizations, you go to these events, and you are helping different organizations in the community. Each and every one has a slightly different mission, but you truly get to meet some very powerful people or people that can help you in your career and in your business. The next one is professional associations. So an example of that would be, well, I think the previous speaker that was here was for human resource management. And that is a professional association. There are realtors that have associations. If you are in banking or finance, or if that's a career that you want to be, there's associations that are geared to those types of industries and professions. So I would think about where you want to go in your career and research to see what kind of organizations they are and get involved. Because the more involved you get in these organizations, the more recognizable you will be, and people will remember you. And when they're looking for certain people, for certain jobs, they'll remember you and you will get on top of that list. We have a term, VCP. Visibility leads to credibility, that leads to profitability. So when you are networking and developing relationships with people, the more hands-on you can be and the more involved, then people learn to trust you, to count on you. They get to see the skills that you have, and again, will remember you. They are women's organizations. Wow, but it's not specifically for women. West Oahu Women. There's Professional Women's Network. There's OWL, the Organization of Women Leaders, where women get together and network. That was because way long ago in the old days, a lot of these organizations were for men only. That's changed, but we still have our women's organizations. And then finally, I want to talk about the online networking, because that is really where everything is leaning towards in the future. You've all heard of LinkedIn, Facebook, really powerful ways in which we connect with people. Use that to your advantage when you are looking for a specific job or a career change. Send out a Facebook. I'm like not really on top of, I mean, I do have a Facebook page, but I'm not really up on all those terms. But send out an email to your people that you're connected with and tell them, you know, I'm looking to get a job at Safeway. Does anybody know a manager I can speak with? LinkedIn is more of a professional online network. Send out, you know, an email blast to the people that are connected in LinkedIn when you're looking for a job. So little things like that can tremendously impact your ability to get that interview. And then the rest is up to you. Okay? So here are some real-life examples that I've recently received. I have a friend that was looking, worked in the banking industry for many, many years, recently got laid off from that, and thought about maybe working for an airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, because his daughter just relocated to the West Coast and wants to be able to travel more frequently. So he emailed me and texted me, who do you know that works for Hawaiian Airlines? So my role in this is when I go to an event or I send out to my contacts, I'm looking to meet someone that can help a friend of mine get a job at Hawaiian Airlines. My brother-in-law just recently moved here from the mainland and is looking for a job. So I sent out emails to my friends and I said, you know, my brother-in-law has a construction background. who do you know that is looking for someone to hire? I'd like to have an introduction to that person. And he's been, had several interviews and doing well. So that's just real life examples of how we can make this networking turn into a job for everyone. Okay, so finally, what industries are you interested in? Who do you know, or what organizations do you belong to that you can contact and ask to make connections? Does everyone have a resume today? Do you have those references? That's a great place to start. Who did you put down as a reference on your resume? Have you called that person and asked them to, if they know somebody in certain companies that you want to work with? Right. What about your former bosses, teachers, people that you've worked with in the past? It's a great time to say, why don't we get together, get caught up on how things are going, maybe grab a cup of coffee, and I'll let you know what I'm looking to do and how I can help you. Church members, people that you go to church with, people that might go to the gym you go to, or if you're involved in sports, the parents of your children that are involved in sports. So what I suggest is that after you've gone through the event today, think of 4 or 5 different companies that you really were interested in. Think about where you want your career to be in 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. And make a list of people that you know that might be able to help you make connections. So it's setting the time to do that and consistently working that list and keeping in touch with those people. One thing about networking is that it doesn't happen overnight. We say it's really about cultivating those relationships. So start now and really keep working on making those connections, and they will really, really be able to help you.